Hey guys, welcome to your YouTube challenge for the week. This week we're going to be talking about perspective, and what that is it's a certain character's point of view of the story and what's happening. And just like the phrase, there's two sides to every story, there can be multiple perspectives from the same story. And we've got a really cute book. It's a story that we all have heard before. It's The Three Billy Goats Gruff. And first I'm going to go through the traditional perspective that we hear the story in, which is from the Billy Goats side. But then if you flip the book over, there is the same story, but it's a different perspective. It's going to be the Troll's perspective. So let's really fast review the story of the Three Billy Goats Gruff. Okay. It starts, and there are three Billy Goats, and they are trying to find more grass to eat. And they notice that there's a hillside nearby that has more yummy grass, and they want to go there and eat the grass. So the little Billy Goat goes first, and he goes to cross the bridge, but there's a mean old troll that lives under the bridge. See, there's the mean old troll. And as soon as the littlest Billy Goat Gruff tries crossing it, the troll says, "Who's that crossing over my bridge?" roared the mean old troll in his deep, scary voice. "It's just me, little Billy Goat Gruff," the little goat trembled. "I'm going over to the hillside to eat the yummy grass." "You want to eat the yummy grass?" the mean old troll roared. "Well, I want to eat the yummy little you." So he wants to eat the goats. And the littlest Billy Goat Gruff says, "Oh, please don't eat me," cried little Billy Goat Gruff. His legs were shaking so badly, he looked as if he would fall right over. "Wait until middle Billy Goat Gruff comes. He is much bigger than I am, and he'll be so much more for you to eat." "Great," roared the scary troll. "I would much rather have a larger meal than a smaller one. Trot along to the hillside, little goat, and I will wait for your bigger brother." So then he waits, and the middle Billy Goat Gruff comes along, and the mean old troll says the same thing. And the middle Billy Goat says, "Oh, wait for my biggest brother. He's even bigger than I am, and you can eat him instead." And the troll agrees, just like he did with the little Billy Goat. And then, when the big Billy Goat Gruff comes, it's a little bit different. So, you hear a trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap. "Who's that crossing over my bridge?" roared the mean old troll in his deep, scary voice. "It is just me, big Billy Goat Gruff," the big goat said in his loud, clear voice. "I'm going over to the hillside to eat the yummy grass." "You want to eat the yummy grass?" the mean old troll roared. "Well, I want to eat the big, yummy you." "You want to eat me, do you?" laughed the big Billy Goat Gruff. He was so big and strong that he wasn't afraid of anyone. He pawed the bridge and lowered his great big horns. "Then come right on over, and I'm waiting for you." So he has a different reaction than the two littler Billy Goats. The mean old troll leaped onto the top of the bridge. His eyes bulged with fire. His big, sharp, pointed teeth flashed in the sunlight. "Now I've got you," he roared. "That's what you think," replied big Billy Goat Gruff. Then he charged at the mean old troll and knocked him high into the air. The troll went over the bridge and fell into the water below, and he was never seen again. So then the three Billy Goats get to the hillside and eat the grass, and they are all okay. And that is the original story of the Billy Goats, from the Billy Goats' perspective. And from their point of view, the troll is this mean, ugly troll. But we're going to flip it over and go to the troll's perspective of the same incident and see what happens and see how he feels while this is all happening. So now we're on just a friendly old troll. Just look at my face. Would you guess that I was once a handsome troll? I'm black and blue all over, and who knows how many broken bones I have. Why, I have aches on top of pains, and I have pains on top of aches. There's not a spot on my body that doesn't ache or pain. So he just called himself he was once a handsome troll, which is not the description we got from the billy goats. So we can already see a couple of differences in perspective. The doctor at the emergency room couldn't believe her pretty troll eyes. I've never seen so many aches and pains on any troll before. Her red eyes grew as big as saucers. What happened? She asked. Did a building collapse on your head? Or was it a speeding train that hit you? Can you believe that a goat did this to me? I asked. I'm lucky to be alive. Why did that goat beat me up? He doesn't understand hospitality. That's why. It just doesn't pay to be friendly to a goat. Let me tell you what happened. So now we're going to hear what happened from the troll's perspective. I live under a bridge not too far from here. Whenever folks cross over my bridge, I always say hello and offer them a cool drink. If I have a good meal cooking, I invite them for dinner. That's why my mama taught me to do. Be friendly to folks and they'll be friendly to you, she would always say. So it shows him living underneath the bridge, but he is smiling and waving, and he's got lemonade for everyone. That is not the description we got when we were reading from the goat's perspective. When I was just a little troll, I remember folks sitting on our porch and visiting for hours. Then Mama would bring out the treats. She was known far and wide for her homemade pies and fresh lemonade. So now that I live under the bridge, I try to make folks feel welcome there, too. Well, one day, little Billy Goat Gruff came trotting over my bridge. Hi, little goat, I yelled up to him. How are you doing on this fine, sunny day? He yelled down. I'm doing fine, Mr. Troll. I'm trotting over to the hillside to eat the tall, green grass. Oh, no need to go all that way, I called up. I'd like to have you for dinner. Little Billy Goat seemed scared. Why, don't you wait for my bigger brother, he asked. I thought that was a strange question. But it was all the same to me. I guessed that the little Billy Goat was a little shy. All right, I said. Run along then. And he did. So he's saying, the troll is saying, I'd like to have you for dinner, like I would like you to be my guest and come have dinner with me. But you see, the goat, in his mind, he was thinking that the troll was wanting to eat him for dinner, not have him as a guest. So you see how the same thing's happening, but there's two different perspectives on what's going on. The troll thinks he's being friendly, but the goat thinks he's about to be dinner. So then the troll says, at the time, I didn't know why that little goat seemed so scared. I found out later when the goats started wagging their tongues, they said little Billy Goat thought that he would be dinner. Doesn't that beat all? That little goat thought I wanted to eat him for my dinner? Where did he get such a silly idea? I guess goats aren't used to folks being friendly. So he was just trying to be friendly, but the goat thought he was going to eat him. In no time at all, Middle Billy Goat Gruff came along. Hi, Middle Billy Goat Gruff, I yelled up to him. How are you doing on this fine sunny day? And then Middle Billy Goat Gruff had the same reaction. He said that he was going to the hillside to eat the grass. And the troll, same thing, said, oh, no need for that. I'd like to have you for dinner. Again, I had no idea that the goat thought I wanted to eat him for my dinner. If he had only said something, I could have set him straight right away. I had a big pot of stew on the stove, cornbread in the oven, and a fresh baked pie. I even had a big pitcher of Mama's famous lemonade to wash it all down. But Middle Billy Goat acted just about the same as his little brother. He told me to wait for his big brother. Well, that will be fine, I said. You run along now. I thought those poor goats must be really shy or something. I could tell that they didn't know much about hospitality, but I couldn't have guessed what would happen next. In just no time at all, Big Billy Goat Gruff came along. Hi, Big Billy Goat Gruff, I yelled up to him. How are you doing on this fine sunny day? Hello, Mr. Troll, he called down to me. I'm getting along fine. I'm going over to the hillside to eat the green grass. Well, now, there's no need to do that, I called up. I'd like to have you guys for dinner. Big Billy Goat Gruff yelled down to me. Come right on up, Mr. Troll. I'll be waiting for you. So the same thing's happening, like when the goats were telling the story. Well, 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 I laughed to myself. Finally, one of those goats was going to join me for dinner. I hopped right up onto the bridge and started towards Big Billy Goat Gruff with my hand out. Of course, you always shake hands when you meet someone. So he hopped up onto the bridge and was walking towards the goat. On the goat's perspective, he thought that the troll was trying to eat him. But from the troll's perspective, he was just being friendly still. He thought the goat was finally going to join him for dinner. Then, from out of nowhere, bam, wham, wallop-a-zoo! Let me tell you, that goat has some big horns and hooves. He turned me every which way but loose. Help! Somebody save my skin, I yelled. This goat is out of his mind. Finally, I dove into the water and swam down the river. See, he's all bruised up. That's all I remember. I have no idea how I ended up here. I'm just lying in this hospital bed, hoping to get better. I know I'm lucky to be alive. Next time, I'll think twice before I invite someone for dinner. And if it's a goat, I won't have to think about it even once. Goats don't understand hospitality, but I bet you do, don't you? It would be great to have you for dinner. So see, he's saying have you for dinner, like have you over for dinner, not eating us for dinner. Okay. So that's the end of Just a Friendly Old Troll. And it's really cool to see different perspectives. It's the same story, the same things were happening, but they were totally different stories in the sense of who was telling the story. First one was the goat's perspective, second one was the troll's, and it's really cool to see the different perspectives in the story. All right, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow at school.